do something. Do something so that people don't feel apathetic, that they see something coming that makes their lives better. I think the country is in a state of emergency. I think that January 6th was the tip of the iceberg. I'm Michael Shure, and we're on the road to revolution. So one thing that's great about the Young Turks and why I love being involved in them, I mean, everybody looks at Cenk and then looks at me. They see two different people. They see fire and bluster and voiced passion from Cenk, and they see kind of a reserved side to me. But Cenk and I believe in just about all the same things. The Young Turks has taught me a lot about how to message, how to be myself, that I can not be Cenk's brimstone and fire, and still care in the same way. That's what makes the Young Turks so unique and so great, is that you could have voices that voice things differently, but we're all kind of on the same page in terms of what has to happen. This is an open primary, which means Democrats and Republicans and anybody else can vote in this race, and the two top vote getters, regardless of party, move on to the general election in November.
I'm curious, so what do you feel like what would you say your priorities are?
Well, I'll tell you the reason I'm running. I was a reporter covering politics across the country for the last very long time, but in the last 6 years, I've been terrified by what I'm seeing out there. I mean, on the rollback of rights, on women's rights, on voting rights. They're changing our textbooks. They're trying to keep loose gun laws. We saw this week how horrendous that is. I've seen lots of little January 6ths out there with that type of attitude that really wants to hold on to an America that we worked really hard to get out of. I just think that they're trying to turn back the clock, and it feels like an emergency, so I decided to quit my job and run for Congress. This isn't what you came to the park for, but you asked. I was ready to wrap it up, and you asked. So.
No, I appreciate it.
All right, okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Sorry to interrupt again.
No, it's all good.
All right, can I get one toss? Can I do one toss?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This better be good.
There you go. That's great. My advantage.
You think so?
I think so.
All right,
Yeah.
enjoy.
Best of
Have
luck.
fun. All right,
Yeah,
thanks a
take
lot.
care.
Okay. You have nearly 90% of Americans who want to change the laws about who can buy guns. You have 72% of the NRA members who say that violent history checks, background checks are fine. And yet the Democrats can't sell that. We have to change the way we message. We cannot be passive. And the victory is not in having the people behind you. The victory is taking those people that are behind you and making change. At a time when I think the Democratic Party is doing a terrible job of messaging, most especially when they're right, meaning that they have the people behind them, they can't even sell that. I mean, look at guns, look at healthcare. So many of the issues, look at climate. They can't push those things forward because their messaging is terrible. Look at the infrastructure bill. They called it BIF. Right? And that's a joke, right? Call it something that implies that you're doing something that the people can grasp onto. It gets me really frustrated that the White House hasn't been tougher in their rhetoric towards Manchin, because they're not getting anything out of him to speak of. The Biden administration puts things up there, they sound good, they don't get through, and then they go away. And that's not how to be a tough president, and that's not how to push through an agenda. All right, so today we're here off of Martin Luther King Boulevard. A lot of Latino families, Latino vote. We have the Spanish flyers, give out the Spanish literature. If you need me and there's someone who can't speak English, call me over and I'll speak to them in Spanish and tell them about why we're running, and remind people that it's the 7th of June. Ya basta. Ya basta, enough's enough. All right, vamos. Okay, all right, fellas, we'll see you in a little bit. Soy Michael Shure. Soy un candidato per Congreso y soy demócrata. Y sí, por favor. Y tenemos elección el 7 de junio. Yo estaba reportero para casi 25 años. ¿Ustedes están registrados votar? Sí. Okay. I would say the hardest thing is having just a little bit of time to gauge what they want to hear from you, and you have to kind of read the room a little. So you can tell someone who is, more moderate or more progressive is going to want to hear about different things within your platform. And I think it's the hardest thing is sort of gauging that right when you get to the door. Sometimes you turn around. Hi guys, hi. I think levity helps bring people together. And I think that it doesn't at all diminish the seriousness of the work that needs to be done.
Wow, so this is you?
Yeah.
So you meet with these people in real life?
In real life I do, yeah. And then there's the vice president, then there's the Congress, and I'm trying to be in the Congress.
Is the camera on?
It is on now,
Hi.
yeah. Hi. What's your name?
I'm a dick. She's a dick. He's a dick.
You gonna vote for me? What do you think I can say that can make you vote for me?
Say I'm a chicken out loud.
Say I'm a chicken out loud?
Yeah.
How loud do I have to say it?
Loud as you can.
Well, loud as I can, it might scare some. I'm a chicken! You-
Okay, I'm gonna see you.
All right, that's a good deal. I like it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful rest of your day, okay? I do not take corporate PAC money. I would never take corporate PAC money in a campaign. And what this campaign has taught me is the poison that money is in politics. In order to win this race, in order to compete, in order to move on, we need the support. And I need everybody in the Army to step up for our race, because I am going to fight for the things that they want.